right? Probably the creators and streamers that helped you forget that time you dropped your pizza, cheese side down. Or was it the people creating a Destiny universe of their own with stories, art, and literally dressing for the job they want? Maybe you're here for the intellectual discussion, or maybe you're here
for the Space Horse.
Maybe you're here for the Destiny creators you love so much, Bungie actually got one to do this video. Hi, Mom and Dad. What I'm trying to say is, Destiny 2 is so much more than the game we see in trailers. While many joined for the fantasy, we found a home amongst its people. And in the endgame, we stayed for the discos, the DPS, the grenades, the bad bubbles, burgers, and Tanics behind every corner. Trombone medleys, laser tag, tower names, yeehaws, the dings, the punts, the clutcher kicks, sweeper bots, stasis crystals, cheese spots, raid callouts, pub stomp, ramen, sliding, chicken petting, Galahorn, Sepix Prime, shiny swords, titan.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to dive in and talk about just the kind of journey of being a massive Destiny and Bungie fan and what that's like to go from massive fan to actually working at the company that we loved so much. I want to learn about your journeys. How did you get started playing as a player, not as somebody who works here, playing Destiny, and kind of how has that relationship with the game evolved through the years? You know what, T, you and I, we've had many conversations, work session. I want to hear from you, buddy.
So I've been playing the game for a little bit.
Just
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
And so, you know, as proof of my, you know, the D1 Alpha veteran status, I have my raid belt here today. This is my cringe moment where I will be proud.
It's nice to see one in person. I've only seen it on like screens and like screenshots.
Well, tell us a little bit about it. Like, how'd you get it? When'd you get it?
Oh, so that is the King's Fall World's First belt. Me and my 5 friends, we had, I say used to have, but I think we probably still have it. World's First of Fun. Like whenever we were doing World's First races, it was supposed to be about having fun and showing off the new stuff. And for me, I always loved raiding just because like I'm a problem solver by heart. Like that's also why I love working here, because that's what I do is I just kind of solve problems that are really complicated. Yeah. That's really exhilarating. And now is very fun being able to watch others suffer for 24 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it is exhausting. So if you are listening to this and you are raiding, or if you're planning on raiding for a long time, drink water, stretch,
bathroom break.
Don't die.
Bathroom
Please.
breaks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't let that heart rate get too low.
I'm very much with Sam on this in terms of like the loving, the problem solving, and loving.
Uy, coño, uy, perdón. Hola Eric, estaba muteado, perdón.
And that was like my
Bienvenido al canal.
where I was like,
No sé si te he visto, creo que eres señor Mancake. Dos modos, un saludito. Vamos a estar reaccionando aquí a Destiny 2, al Showcase, porque han anunciado básicamente la collab con Fortnite. 3 skins, 3 mochilas, 3 picos, 3 gliders, creo que hay un emoticono, o sea, un baile. Y quiero primero verlo por aquí, luego cuando se desencripte en Twitter lo vemos por Twitter, y cuando se termine eso, pues chill. ¿Me entendéis, no? Posiblemente dejemos el directo cuando ya se salga todo eso, porque quiero verlo en directo, quiero la reacción en vivo, no quiero que haya algo raro. Así que nada, vamos a ver esto, vamos a disfrutarlo, vamos a gozarlo y vamos a intentar, pues, voy a dar mi opinión de los cosméticos, de lo poco que yo he jugado a Destiny, que he jugado solo un poquito al modo campaña y lo abandoné porque me confuso un amigo mío que literalmente era God tier Destiny.
I'm a Titan. It's just like in my blood. So like for me, like seeing Eris like help all of these different characters, seeing Zavala come from where he is, which a lot of people, again, I know some folks that don't really like him that much, but to me, he always just seemed like a really, you know, a father figure who's trying his best.
Qué sus que estén mencionando a todos.
You know, and Cade died,
Hola, soy Dani. Hola, Dani.
Like, you know, people were like,
qué raro que estén mencionando a los que se han filtrado, a Exo, a Zavala y a Ikora. Supuestamente son las 3 skins que van a llegar.
And then Eris and like her character arc,
pues mira,
you're all insufferable to them, like teaching everybody how to deal with their demons.
Yeah.
I think is kind of crazy.
Incredible.
Speaking to now and like through season 17, how
estos son los que supuestamente van a llegar. Este es uno.
Of grief and her whole story and how she evolved
la chica esta de aquí supuestamente también va a llegar. Creo que es Ikora Rey.
And to see her
vale, sí, Ikora Destiny.
That is like helping people go through their own grief.
Según las filtraciones, ¿vale? Ikora Destiny. O sea, supuestamente esta también va a venir. a Destiny, a Fortnite, perdón. Y también está
I think what we've seen in the
Eso ya lo
last couple
busqué.
of seasons of the incredible
Exo
narrative
Destiny
team
2.
and just diving deeper into all of the characters, I think that's one of my favorite things that we've seen from
Esta
like kind
mujer
of
de aquí
expansion from where we started to where we're at
supuestamente
now
también
is
va a llegar a
just that
Fortnite.
deeper dive, and I know
Dos
kind of where
mujeres y
we're
un hombre.
going with things and just like the more that we're going to be able to dive into and hear characters' backstories and understand where they're coming from and what makes them, I think to everyone's point, it just makes it
Estaría
more
muy
than
guay, tío, no sé, en
just
plan,
a
en vez de
shooter
los
game, you
personajes
have
que
that
te
additional
exageren
aspect
tal.
of these
No
incredible
quiero bajar
stories
porque me
that
han
we
comentado
all
que
connect
hay
with in
fanarts muy
different
raros.
ways,
Así
and
que
it
no
just
vamos a
makes it
hacerlo.
it's the Bungie magic, it's the space magic, it's the thing that like that
Then you do a little emote jig at the
Qué
end.
chulo, ya ves.
exactly, and it all somehow and it all
Seguramente yo me compré a
makes
Exo
sense.
Stranger porque es la que más
Yeah.
mamalona se ve. Al fin y al cabo es como una especie de
But
androide.
like, how cool is it like that we're here now? And I'm kind of interested, like knowing your long relationship.
Quedan
with this
6
game
minutos,
before
¿no
you
veis
even
aquí en el
worked here.
contador? Quedan unos 6
And then
minutitos.
that we're sitting on this couch getting
La
to
cosa es
nerd
que,
out
como
and
ya os he
talk
dicho, voy a
about the
estar
things that we
streameándolo,
love
voy a
the
verlo todo y
most.
seguramente cuando termine
has
todo
that
esto de Destiny, yo
been
corto el directo, se acabó el
making that
directo
transition? What
y me
was
voy
that
a poner
inspiration
a
that
jugar
drove you to be
Fortnite
like,
otra
you
vez de
know what?
vuelta.
I'm gonna put my application in. We'll see what happens.
This is my first gaming studio for sure.
Yeah.
It's getting into
Vamos a ver cómo sale.
Bungie is interesting because I always wanted to be in tech. That's really
Voy
where
a
I started. For
mandarles
Destiny
por
specifically, I
aquí
played it every day, but I never
el
really thought
oculto
of it
esto.
as a place to work until Black at Bungie. And so I reached out to a bunch of people on LinkedIn and was asking a bunch of questions. I was like, hey, look. So it was really amazing to be able to like get into the industry and get into Bungie.
Destiny for me was
Destiny me puede chupar un poquito los
that was
huevos.
back when I was
A
streaming
ver,
for
no.
fun. It was just a
Me
hobby.
alegro porque hay
But then it
muchísima gente que
became just a lot
conozco,
more to me, 'cause it has all
tanto
these things I
ingleses como
love about
españoles, que
games.
esta
I love
collab
RPGs,
le
I
ha
love,
sorprendido,
you
la
know,
pillado por
like the
sorpresa.
game feel of a Bungie game,
Sobre
right?
todo
When,
quiero
like,
ver,
you
aparte de las
shoot that
skins
gun
de
for the first
Fortnite,
time and it just
las
feels good,
skins
you
que van a
know?
meter en
Space
Destiny
magic.
basadas en
Space
Fortnite.
magic. Space magic.
Like,
Mirad, estas son las que se filtraron, ¿vale?
You know, because that's all I want to do. I just want to cast space magic in every
¿Veis?
game
Mira,
that I
ya en
play.
noticias salen.
So,
Pero
to
bueno,
me, the
vamos a
game's a lot.
imágenes.
Like, it's kind of just it gave me a
Estas
career.
tres skins
It gave me like
son las que van a
guidance in
salir.
life
Black Knight,
for finding a community that I really love.
catalizadora,
And how
olvido.
I'm
En
absurdly
Destiny.
Thankful that I can
Estas
be a
son
part
las
of a
skins
team and
exclusivas que
hopefully
van a
make
llegar a
me
Destiny.
to hopefully have that kind of impact on somebody
Y en
else.
Fortnite vamos a tener
I knew that
Mikora,
I wanted to work
Exo
in
Stranger
I actually
y
got that
Zavala.
opportunity not from the Bungie career
Seguramente me compra
website,
Exo
but
Stranger, la
from
verdad,
a
se ve
Twitter post,
mamalona.
from
Pero esto es que esto es una sorpresa increíble. Que metan a estas dos específicamente, ¿eh? Olvido, una skin que no ha tocado la tienda en muchísimo tiempo. Básicamente os puedo decir que lleva casi un año, bueno, lleva un año fuera de la tienda. Catalizador es una skin de pase de batalla que nadie recuerda. Solo se recuerda que es deriva mujer, punto. Está increíble, simplemente es eso. Está increíble que hayan decidido coger estas skins. Se ven genial. Mirad, no lo vamos a ampliar. ¿Veis el detalle que tienen las skins de collab con Fortnite? Se ven increíbles. Es más, la comunidad de Destiny las ha aplaudido, sorprendentemente. Quedan 3 minutos. Pongo esto y sé de 2 personas que me matan. Como salga esto aquí y lo que diga este tío, sé de 2 personas llamadas Casa Fricatra que matan al youtuber.
Shooting my shot and taking my shot a couple years ago and making the switch over to Bungie, and it's been incredible. There's moments like this where it feels very surreal. Where you're like,
Esta ahora mismo no me interesa, la verdad. Yo solo quiero ver lo de Fortnite. A ver, no quiero ver lo de Fortnite, pero sí quiero enterarme de las cosas, ¿vale?
Incredible.
Simplemente, a ver,
that's such a good point because there's so many people that ask us like advice on how to get in, and I was rejected numerous times before finally getting that spot. And, you know, I know it breaks my heart because so many other people are in that same position and then they stop.
Bueno, vosotros no veis los subtítulos porque está la marca de... ¿Qué está el código de búsqueda que tenéis que usar, por favor? Código Darker. ¿Qué vamos a comer?
As a journalist, and it was really scary to make that jump. I felt like it was right. I kept applying for narrative. And, you know, granted, I sent them
Completé el 18,
not
el
appropriate
18
fan
pagaría en
fiction as
30 días.
So I get it.
En Fortnite, en Fortnite me recibo mi primer pago, tío.
They were like, you know,
Qué rabia.
it was just, they were like, hey, we think you'd be a good fit for community. Like, let's put you through that interview process. And we did that. And it was scary at first, but the more I kept interviewing, I was like, wait, no, this is this was made for me. Like, this is what I was supposed to do. And it was
De
funny
todos modos,
because
parte del
all of
dinero
that
ese lo voy a
trepidation
usar
that
para
first week
ayudar a mi comunidad de
left
VRChat
because
de
I felt
Fortnite.
like it was family.
I'd like to think that Bungie gives space for that human condition, that human element.
2
It's a
minutos.
place where I can feel
Estamos ya
like I
casi
can
ahí.
be myself.
Estamos ya casi aquí
It's a
para que
place
empiece y
where
podemos
I
ver lo
am,
de Destiny por
being
Fortnite.
taken care of, and I'd like to think that, you know, we're not
Espero
perfect,
que
and
sea
there's
todo
things we can
la
improve
polla, que
upon,
introduzcan
but
un nuevo tipo de
we
glider.
try to talk about those things.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. It was honestly so much fun just diving into your stories a little bit, not just
En plan,
like
que
as devs
metan...
and working on Bungie side, but as players before that and the journey
Supuestamente van a
into
meter algo
that.
así como una especie de motos
I'm really
voladoras,
also
no sé cómo se
excited
llaman.
for the upcoming showcase, so I'm gonna need you all to meet me in the back.
Y el emote espero que sea con el cosito este que te volaba, tío, el espectro, creo que se llama. Alrededor, tío. Porque la mochila de uno de esos sea un espectro.
I'm excited. Blanket burrito, yeah?
Yeah, blanket burrito.
Right.
Comfort. We're
Let's
about
do
comfort
it.
here at Bungie.
Es una pena que Kate Six no vaya a estar.
Hello, old friend.
What? They're like corrupted ghosts. No.
Ah, Ghost, fantasmas.
That's what I want in Destiny. I want darkness.
I just got chills.
This is everything I've ever wanted out of the story.
Multiple G-Force.
Oh my god, I love it.
Ya vamos, chicos.
Dang. Growth is nasty, son. Your life is fulfilled. No! Woo! The Leviathan is back. The Scythe? A freaking Scythe! He's callous. He has given himself over to the witness. Yay!
That was hot.
Sir, are you okay? Oh, you look nasty.
Nah, VTubers, boludo. Nah, VTubers.
What the freak? Is that the witness? Man, that's crazy!
Empieza, pa. Empieza. Venga, suéltalo de Fortnite de una. Suéltalo de Fortnite.
Welcome, Guardians. So awesome to be here with you again.
Last time we got up here, we got a chance to show you Savathun, the Witch Queen, and her majestic throne world.
Since then, it's been a wild year for Destiny.
You returned to the original Loot Cave to reclaim the fabled Gallarhorn.
Then, you exorcised an ancient evil from a hive queen, so you could put it inside a grenade launcher.
And now, you've been spending the past few weeks cleansing a derelict Leviathan from its twisted nightmares.
In fact, the last year has been the best year we've ever had in the Destiny community. I hope you can
Eso
feel
según
it
me han
as
dicho
well.
es cierto. El juego
And
pestaba
seeing this
porque
kind of reaction
ha sido
from
el
our
mejor.
community, it's both humbling and inspiring.
Vamos
Because
a
our
ver cómo va,
team here
tío.
at Bungie, we're not just developers, we're also guardians. We're trying to build what we'd love to play in Destiny, and that's what brought each one of us here. Brought us
Venga, ya
not
decir lo
only
de
to
Fortnite.
Bungie, but also brought all of us to this final showdown between light and darkness.
So, without further ado, this is the beginning of the end. This is Lightfall.
¿Y Fortnite? Bueno, a ver, entiendo que Fortnite llegará más tarde.
When they see this glorious end,
Bueno, hay que comerse cosas del juego, obviamente.
they will come for us. To savor the fruitless struggle. To its last drop.
Feo, por Dios.
It's who they are. Let them come and see.
Pero Tito, qué feo que sos.
Reveal what they do then. Unshackled from hope.
No, una habilidad de lazo. A ver, estamos viendo esto por lo de Fortnite.
Because only in the end are we free.
Lightfall, la caída de la luz. Ese que va a morir.
I've seen that thing 100 times now, and every time I see it, I still kind of get goosebumps.
Instantly, I had chills. It's all here. It's all happening now. Things are finally coming to a head.
Thematically, we really have been honing in on that kind of bombastic, big set piece approach.
It's gonna be over-the-top action, adrenaline pumping, like the whole time.
O sea,
This
que
is
todo el
really
rato va a haber
kicking off the
adrenalina.
conclusion to the Light and Dark saga, where we finally face down this foe that we've been anticipating facing for so long. It's pushing it to 11.
No sé quién por un gato
We've been hinting at this malicious force in the darkness that's been our enemy behind a lot of our conflicts. We revealed that enemy, we put a name on it and put a face on it, and that enemy is the Witness. And the Witness is coming with its newly empowered disciple, Callus.
Callus is really crash landing with a new and more powerful army than ever before.
¿Quién?
They've got new powers, they've got new armor, they've got
Creo que este era
tormentors
el
to
jefe
join their
final de
ranks
la
that are going to
campaña
be
principal, no
bigger
me
and
acuerdo.
badder enemies than we've ever faced. Callus is taking that army that he's bringing with him to be the harbinger of the Witness's doom.
A ver,
This is
Destiny es
such
un
a
juego muy
pivotal
acción, pero me han dicho
moment
que hay
for
muchísimos
Destiny.
micropagos.
Everyone is coming to have a last stand with Callus and the Witness to really avoid the next collapse, something that we've been trying to avoid ever since Destiny 1.
No me gusta nada que estén todo el rato hablando de como como siendo los personajes.
We see in the trailer that we're headed to Neptune. And
Que por
on
cierto,
Neptune,
supuestamente
there's been
Destiny va a
this
estar
hidden
gratis
city called Neomuna,
en la Epic Store.
where an alternate version of humanity has been blooming since the collapse.
Neomuna is the capital city of Neptune. It's a giant metropolis that we were completely unaware existed
Seguramente
until
algún día juegue
now.
Destiny.
What's interesting and exciting to me
Directo,
about this
seguramente
place
quede
is
una
that it's
historia
pristine,
guapa.
it's new. It's not like a lot of the places that we've explored previously in Destiny. Exploring that space is very, very cool.
There's so much new stuff to discover in
Okay, se me
Neomuna
oye.
and in Neptune. And also I saw some new characters there. I'm really excited to get to know Cloud Striders and their story.
No
Cloud
sé por-
Striders can be compared to Guardians. They're both protectors of a
No sé,
civilization
tío, o sea,
that's potentially under threat.
Destiny
But
lo jugué,
Guardians
no me
were
terminó la
chosen.
campaña porque no sé,
It's their duty
no me
to
falló.
protect
Supuestamente se podía hacer
humanity.
cooperativo,
Cloud
pero
Striders
mi
have chosen
compañero
to
como estaba tan
protect
OP,
other
There's like an
me acabé
awesome
aburriendo del
opportunity for the
juego.
Guardians to
Siendo
learn
100%
from the
honestos,
Cloud
¿vale? Siendo 100%
Striders
honestos, el
and
juego es
their way of
entretenido. Al
living
fin y al cabo es un
and
shooter
their philosophy of
de
life.
clases
So we've
en
got
mundo
the newness of
abierto,
that
entre
city,
comillas.
the newness of the Cloud Striders that we've
O sea,
never
técnicamente
been
lo que tienes que
aware
hacer
of.
es
And then, of
grindear.
course, you
Además
get a
es un
glimpse
RPG
of
súper tocho.
this
Tienes que
green
subir muchísimo nivel, tienes que subir
energy.
muchísimo las cosas.
I
Y hay
wonder what
skins
that
para las
is.
armaduras, al fin y al cabo. O sea, tú puedes llevar la mejor armadura del juego
Strand is the new darkness power that we discover here. Something that's unique about Strand,
y
unlike any of
ponerle
these
el...
other
no
powers
sé,
we've ever had before. When you play through Lightfall, you are discovering this power for the first time. No one in the universe ever in the history of Destiny has used Strand before.
This is the Guardian discovering
algo que están
darkness
diciendo algo
on
de
their
que
own
básicamente han descubierto que pueden
and
usar la
learning
oscuridad,
how
no
to
sé.
shape it
Huele
and
mucho a culo.
manipulate it and use it against Callus and his forces, and have fun in the new urban environment of Neomuna. You are really going to have to prepare yourself for a wild ride.
We just got a glimpse of our new destination.
A ver,
Neomuna,
cuando terminen esto
our
seguramente
new
lo que
foe,
digan es
Callus,
presentar
and the
la
Shadow Legion,
collab de
paired with
Fortnite.
The Witness, and a very
Porque
brief
el
glimpse
objetivo
at
principal de
Strand,
estas
but
cosas
that's
es
just
no anunciar,
barely
oye,
scratching the
que vamos a
surface
colaborar
of
con
what this
Fortnite.
release
No, lo
has
que van a
to
hacer es
offer.
vamos a hacer
What we've
este
just seen
DLC
in that
final,
trailer
el
is
último
just the
DLC de
tip of the
Destiny
iceberg,
2,
and we've got a whole lot more we're excited to show you coming up.
y que después seguramente vayan a por...
Last year, we wanted to return to our
Ahí está.
studio's roots in creating some of the best shooter campaigns in the industry.
That's been our legacy since Halo, and we tried to push that front and center in The Witch Queen.
And it's about more than just guns, but creating an adventure in a handcrafted world full of surprises. Then, we added the legendary campaign option, because great combat needs to challenge you, to test your thumb skill, your tactics, and your build crafting.
And we heard loud and clear that you want more of that. In fact, 2 out of every
O
3
sea, básicamente van a
players
meter
that
un
completed the Witch Queen
modo
campaign
hard
did it
supremo.
on Legendary.
You tested yourself against the Witch Queen and her Lucent Hive and rose to that challenge. And then you let us know it was one of the best shooter experiences that we've ever made.
So with Lightfall, we want to push that even further. We want to give you the best Bungie action experience that we can create with the brand
A ver,
new
¿qué meten ahora?
Lightfall campaign.
Lightfall is going to change
A ver.
the way that our
Voy a
players
subir un poquito el
move,
volumen por
fight,
aquí, a
and
ver, así
explore
perfecto.
everywhere
A
in
ver,
Destiny.
vale, perfecto.
Neptune is this fantastic
Luego lo bajaré de
destination. The
vuelta.
capital city of Neomuna is a really fun place to explore, and it's this bright neon metropolis. There's a harbor, office buildings.
A ver, están obviamente, a ver, entendemos, obviamente, yo entiendo perfectamente que el objetivo principal de esto es describir lo nuevo de Destiny, no es hablar solo de Fortnite. Pre-alpha, o sea, antes de la alfa. Pues tiene buena pinta.
Look at that up there. I wonder if I can grapple to there. I'm going to be a kid in a candy store.
Tiene, para ser una pre-alfa se ve muy bonito.
It is a city that has lived through the collapse.
Neptune now has to deal with the cloak being pulled back and then being revealed to the world and are now central of the conflict.
Callus has taken his capital ship and just like planted it right down in part of the city, and it's Cabal-occupied territory. It's a city under siege. You've got this infiltrator vibe at times where you feel like a tactical team going into a skyscraper. You're dealing with Cabal.
¿Veis? O sea, el Destiny está pensado jugarlo en cooperativo, tronco. Si lo juegas con amigos, Destiny seguramente sea un juego de la polla.
They provide that like characteristic Cabal brute strength. They're all about like volatility and power, and they've been enhanced now by pyramid technology. They have these suppression devices that can take away some of your super, take away some of your abilities, and then they fight alongside these terrifying.
O sea, que quitan tus habilidades.
Called tormentors.
O sea, está guay.
As part of his discipleship to the Witness, Callus has been upgraded, and so the tormentors that they've brought in are these impossibly huge, unstoppable behemoths. They wield scythes, they can attack from a distance, they can bring you in close, they can drain your very life force from you. They are basically embodiments of terror.
It's like a boss character within the battlefield. Your stomach drops. You're like, okay, I'm playing through, I'm having fun, I'm popping heads, doing this thing, and then boom, there it is.
Donald Monster retuiteando cosas de Destiny, vale. Empezará prontito, porque si Papi Monster ya lo está haciendo. Y lo que me sorprende es que Monster no ha retuiteado nunca cosas de Destiny excepto ahora. Porque creo que él ya sabe, él es plenamente consciente que la comunidad de Destiny ya liqueó lo de la collab con Fortnite.
The legendary campaign was a huge hit coming out of the Witch Queen. It was the first time we had done that sort of elected difficulty where you could really test your skill and test your power. And so we're going to bring that back for Lightfall.
Of course, you're still going to have that higher reward tier, and we still want to make sure that you get that inside track towards being raid ready.
O sea que a más dificultad, mejor loot, obviamente. Pero yo es que he visto juegos que a mayor dificultad el loot puede ser o mejor o peor. Decepciona bastante a veces los juegos, tío. Siendo completamente honestos.
Lightfall is unlike anything players have seen before in Destiny, and it's another step that sends you hurtling to the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga.
¿Y cuándo anuncian lo de Fort? Por curiosidad. O sea, creo que aquí la gente lo sabe. O sea, creo que los de un cuestión propio Destiny saben que estamos aquí por lo de Fort.
Come on, amazing.
I'm super excited to dive into Strand and talk about all the new stuff that we just saw.
Strand, like Stasis, is a power from the darkness. Unlike our light abilities, which are all about creation, darkness is more about
Aquí tenemos al tío. Es que es sorprendente, Donald Monster retuiteando algo así es único. O sea que Donald Monster retuitee Destiny, porque normalmente no hay retweets suyos. Likes seguro, hay muchísimos, pero no hay retweets. Que le dé retweets el Papi Mustard a las cosas.
When Guardians learn how to use Strand, it's almost like this third eye opens up. It's about peeling back the curtain of reality, taking those connections and then weaving them into new objects.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool to see them come together. Like, it's always been there, and now that we can tap into it, we can use it for our benefit, whether it's through movement or
no sé, tío, es muy raro todo.
Strand has a
a ver, obviamente aquí venimos a ver Fortnite, lo entiendo. ¿Sabéis lo que estaría guay? Un día tener un avatar VTuber, aunque sea, tío, ¿sabes? Para que veáis al menos un avatar mío, o sea, tenéis una imagen visual mía. Pero tendría que comisionar un avatar.
The grappling hook initially started as part of the hunter's kit, right? They're all about fluid movement, rapidly traversing space, and being very agile.
O sea que el hook está principalmente pensado para los hunters. Así que, vale, coño, han hecho algo inteligente, tío. Vale, a ver. Creo que algún día le vamos a dar... Sí, yo estoy esperando Fortnite, yo también. Pero no está... Me acuerdo de que este juego antes era súper abstracto, súper brusco. Hostias, pues ahora parece divertido, tío. Cualquier clase tiene tanta movilidad. Ataques...
With the Titan, you're able to weave these claws and do
Eso es con el Titan.
damage around you, spinning and slashing.
Creo que el otro es para el otro. Para el Warlock. Tío, es puto Scorpion. O sea, literalmente han hecho al Hunter Scorpion. O sea, la catalizadora lanzaría las bolas de energía, el caballero negro tendría las espadas y el olvido tendría un kunai extensible. Repito. Quieto. Esto es lo que va a llegar a Destiny. Como skins por parte de la colaboración, Epic va a dejar que Destiny tenga skins de Caballero Negro, Catalizadora y Olvido. Está guay el juego, sí.
We want to create communities that are welcoming, inclusive, and that let you bring your old friends and make new ones. And since last year, over 5 million new Guardians have joined our ranks.
We believe that there are still millions more of your friends that would love to play Destiny with you.
Lo van a meter ya. Lo van a meter ya.
Are also exactly what's going to make it easier to convince your friends to come and check out the game.
It should be easier to create custom, incredible builds. Easier to find people to play with. Easier to swap from being that boss-melting, storm-chaser-wielding, falling star juggernaut right into that ultimate yeehawing, dead man's tail shooting, Titan's rampart crutching sentinel.
And if none of what Joe just said makes sense to you, we want to fix that too. Because it's not about removing the depth that makes Destiny so great. It's instead about allowing everyone to dive deeper with ease.
Fortnite. ¿Verdad? ¿Vais a meter ahora Fortnite?
The changes we're making to make Destiny easier to come into.
No me
how you build your characters, changes to how you see what there is to do and what there is to accomplish.
No me jodas, tío. Podríais haber hecho ahora el enlace perfecto, tío. Podrían haber hecho el enlace perfecto. En plan, dejamos que todos los ¿cómo decirlo? Que todos los desarrolladores aparezcan. Meter ahí puto Fortnite, ¿sabes?
Hey, unless I have a friend to play with, I don't know what to do. And so what we're trying to give them is like, hey, here's a path to follow. Guardian ranks are this like a knowledge
Me pasó
ladder.
mucho.
We actually progress you through 11 ranks.
Seguramente, mira, si yo jugase con mis amigos, Cassandra sería Warlock, Catra sería Hunter y yo sería Guardian. Aunque tendría que ser puto Black Knight y no Omega.
Involves other guardians and what they think about you. That is just a whole new dimension of
Una tristeza enorme. Pero tío, Destiny con amigos es divertido, porque yo me acuerdo de jugarlo con uno, a ver, con uno que estaba asquerosamente OP, ¿sabes? Creo que van a estar en Epic Games. El juego lo van a poner gratis en el Epic Launcher y todos los DLCs durante una semana gratis. Y puede que le demos duro. ¿Veis? O sea, cooperativo es increíble.
Helping other people learn the game, but also provide more people to play with on a regular basis.
In the year of Lightfall, we're going to actually be investing in
Está guay el juego, tiene buena pinta.
In Destiny itself, you'll be able to look for other players.
Han hecho, tío, un sistema de
I'm so excited
buscar.
about being able to form groups in the next coming year because
Me cago en la puta de oro. Han hecho un sistema de buscar equipo súper necesario. Me han hecho lo de, básicamente lo que han hecho ahora mismo con Fortnite, de meter lo de las etiquetas para buscar a alguien con quien jugar. Han hecho más o menos eso. Han puesto lo de las etiquetas que puedes buscar a alguien con quien jugar. Me parece genial. Porque, repito, Destiny yo, con un amigo que estaba estúpidamente OP, el hijo de puta me llamaba si no OP, me violaban, pero él super OP, tranquilo. Tiene buena pinta el juego. Tiene muchísima buena pinta.
I think that it's going to really make Destiny players feel like they're on one team.
So commendations is a feature that you'll experience towards the end of an activity. So you
han metido un puto sistema de valoración.
has all the people you played with. You can click on one of the guardians and choose what experience you had with them. So like
un sistema de puto valoración, tío. No, como LOL no, por Dios. No como LOL, tío. Que LOL la gente no usa el sistema de valoración porque realmente el jugador sea bueno o se le dé bien.
Let players show appreciation for each other.
Also using the commendation system, people are going to be able to say like, hey, this person as a good leader and looking at the Guardian rank system, they have a lot of experience. It's going to be,
Dame un momento.
Oh, that's the person I want to help me get through this hard content that I've been struggling with.
Social games like Destiny give you an opportunity to like really connect with other people and do things together and
vuelvo aquí al directo. No sé si sabes quién es Kate Six, pero espero que él venga a Fortnite. Sé quién es Kate Six. Me caía súper bien, tío. Como personaje así de Destiny, cuando yo jugaba me caía bien. Pero no, ya se han filtrado los que van a venir. Ya tristemente se han filtrado quienes van a venir. Van a ser Exo Stranger, Ikora y Zavala. No me quejo, al fin y al cabo Exo Stranger es Kate Six pero con tetas. Al menos por lo que yo he visto. De imagen. Porque repito, yo dejé Destiny porque me acabé aburriendo del campaña.
And then switch between those things as you're going from activity to activity.
Yeah, I feel like with the new release Destiny and the commendation system.
Tío, los cosméticos. A ver, las armaduras se ven guays. Destiny tiene un diseño de armaduras impresionante. Las cosas como son.
Power level, it won't just be about gear. It's also going to be about that Guardian rank. It's going to be about those commendations. It's all the ways that we're bringing players together.
Pero es que las armaduras que del estilo de Ford. Jaja, con senos y con senitos. Yo lo que he visto de imagen.
We're also launching a brand new season of Destiny 2. And as we've evolved our seasons over the years, we've learned a lot. And I think we've been able to deliver some amazing character moments and events for the community.
We're
La muerte de
long
Kate Six es
past
una
the era of content droughts. Instead, there are exciting story and events happening in Destiny almost every week, year-round. And we're not slowing down.
Each season, we want to keep raising the bar for narrative experiences in any live game.
Ahora que van a estar los personajes de Fortnite.
To create unexpected adventures that'll make every season of Destiny unique. And we want to keep listening and learning from you, the Destiny community, so that we can create the strongest seasons of any live service.
Because the witness is coming. And if we want to survive, we need a crew. We need to enrich our defenses. If you're feeling surly, maybe even loot our enemies.
We may even need to find a captain to join us on our next adventure in the season of plunder.
Nah, boludito.
Aramis has broken free. The old crew is now rally under her command.
Piratas espaciales cósmicos.
What is the human word? Pirates. The full vanguard should be rallied to deal with these outlaws.
Piratas cósmicos.
Go show those pirates what happens when they crush Spiderhead.
Ya lo he visto todo. A ver, obviamente los cosméticos van a estar relacionados a piratas. Pero ¿podéis anunciar lo de Ford, please? Kate Six es el que hace las bromas, me jugó el juego entero, sí, tío. Kate Six es el majísimo. Pero estoy, vamos, yo no me lo terminé. Pero quiero ver esto porque, ya sabéis, Fortnite por esto va a ser real. Así que me estoy comiendo el tráiler entero para poder verlo. Aún a 3 horas, o sea que supongo que a las 7 como muy tarde podemos ver el de Fortnite. Y por cierto, los cosméticos salen esta noche, los de Destiny. O sea, ¡wow! No tengo pavos para chica demonio.
What are you most excited about for Season of Plunder?
Pirates. This season we said, what if we just go to the stars and dig up buried treasure?
We are unearthing a lot of mysteries and secrets. We're swashbuckling onto enemy spaceships. And then we're also learning a lot of things about some of our favorite characters.
We're gonna have an adventure this season.
Season of Plunder kicks off with Aramis
being
freed from her icy prison. She's collected old, fallen crews of pirates and rogue cabal together in order to hunt down mysterious relics and treasures.
It's time to meet your end.
So Guardians are tasked with stopping Aramis from collecting these relics. And in order to do that, you have to create your own crew of shady dealers and backroom brokers.
Drifter, Mithrax, Ido, and Spider are going to be helping you.
Anchors away. Ready when you are, Captain.
That's the beginning of Season of Plunder. What you're going to be doing is forming a pirate crew of your own. You're going to fill it with different crew members that you can recruit over the course of the season. Drifter is going to toss you the keys to your personal catch. Then you're just going to set out into the stars and do cool pirate stuff.
So excited.
This season, we have multiple brand new activities coming that will really give you a sense of being on a pirate adventure.
Queremos ver esto, por favor. Queremos ver esto.
Catch Crash.
When I saw the concept for the catch with the big mainsails on it, I just said, oh my god, this is going to be a fun season.
Just like seeing Catch Crash through the different iterations, like fighting on the deck of the ship.
You get to become your own ammunition and launch yourself from a cannon to the other ship, and you are the weapon, so you're gonna go mess them up.
Ja, 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 qué bueno, qué divertido, tío.
Season is called Expedition. You're going to be guiding a massive drill that's looking for this buried, hidden pirate treasure, and you're going to have to be fending off of all these pirate crews trying to protect their hoards. And then our final new activity coming this season is
me acuerdo que yo me creé un robot porque no quería un humano.
Maps that you can piece together fragments of this season, and they lead you to the lair of the pirate lord, right? Their hideout.
These are their caves where they're hoarding all of their amazing treasures and their mysterious relics.
These relics are mysterious objects of dark power, and they're all over the system. We don't know exactly what it is they do yet, but if Aramis is trying to collect them, it's nothing.
No me digas que las skins de Destiny salen en la tienda de hoy. Las de Fortnite, sí. Salen en la tienda de hoy, según Hypex y según FireMonkey. Mirar, notificaciones.
Feels right with that release, almost like we planned it.
Arc is a damage type that's about proximity, right? It's about going fast up into your enemy spaces and like deleting them.
Hace 2 horas.
It's the damage type for people that want to hold W.
1 o 2 horas, se le queda poquito tiempo para que sea literalmente anunciado la collab. Salen esta noche, tío. Tengo yo pavos, pero me voy a comprar. Voy a intentar pedir que me den al Exo Stranger.
We call it Gathering Storm, where you summon your arc staff, like twirl above your head, and then launch it out.
Gustavo
and then it will embed into the ground.
Are done.
Into like, bosses or mini bosses or champions. Like a big lightning strike will strike the staff and overcharge it. And while that staff is overcharged, it'll start Tesla coiling little lightning bolts out at nearby enemies. Warlock is kind of this elemental conduit. You are a class that will turn yourself into lightning. You will create things out of lightning. Previously, you know, we had this exotic armor piece called Getaway Artist, where you consume your grenade and it'll make a what we call a sentient arc soul that fires faster and does more damage as a result. So we decided to roll that into base arc soul behavior. Anytime you are amplified, any arc soul you have from any source will become the supercharged version that will fire off just rapid fire.
Vale, algo obvio, por favor. Que no sé lo del Supercharge.
Titan's about being this unstoppable freight train. It's about this constant movement. So we gave Titans a new movement.
Dale un momento.
something that we felt like is going to be competitive in this new environment of air dodges and air slams. That's a new ability called Thruster. And it's all in first person. It's all very much in the heat of the moment you see it happen. Its whole property is like rush down or get away. It's a movement tool to the max. There's going to be this new melee ability called Thunderclap, which is like an amazing thing where he like.
¿Qué me recomiendas? ¿Al Exo Stranger o a la NFL? Pues a ver, si eres fan de Destiny, cómprate al Exo Stranger. Si no eres fan de Destiny, cómprate al de la NFL si quieres. Yo igual, recomiendo que comprar lo que os guste, punto. Recordad, si vais a comprar algo, por favor usad el código BOMBDARK en la tienda de Fortnite, que me ayuda muchísimo. Sobre todo quiero ver lo de Destiny porque me interesa saber cómo son los emotes, cómo es la cosa que van a meter. Porque supuestamente va a haber un pico de animación látigo.
What I'm most excited about in Season of Plunder is that this is really a season that has a sense of adventure. Yeah. You're exploring the system, you're looking for pirate treasure, pirate relics. You're seeing the world evolve in a way we haven't done before.
I love that with the activities in the season, like we just leaned really hard into the pirate fancies. I love that we have your own catch. I love that you're tracking down buried treasure and then going after the pirate leaders in their caves.
The interesting thing about Destiny is we're not just a fantasy game or a sci-fi game, we're kind of a blend of both. We take inspiration when we say pirates, it's old world pirates that you would see traditionally back in the 17 and 1800s.
Es lo que me recuerda esto de Piratas en el Espacio, el puto planeta del tesoro.
That plays different than fusion rifles you've ever seen before.
It's just like end to end, just really leaning into that spirit of like the pirate.
Tiene un diseño de armas muy
also
guay.
Make it so that new players coming in can actually jump in and get started. The gift of the Thunder Gods is a starter kit. It's a set up armor, it's a Thunderlord exotic weapon.
So jump in, join your friends, set sail, become the captain, and build your crew today in Destiny.
Pues, o sea, se ha habilitado hoy, pero quiero ver lo de Ford, venga. King Free for all players. ¿Qué? ¿Qué quiere? ¿Cuándo? Estoy ahora mismo ocupado, Angelito. Ahora más tarde voy. Pues eso, ahora en un rato voy, ¿vale? Yo lo uso, el mejor código. Guau, pero pues perfectísimo, loco. Play for free. O sea, se puede jugar ya por gratis.
Man, it is so awesome seeing King's Fall return to Destiny.
Yeah, actually, King's Fall was the first thing I got to work on at Bungie. And I'm thrilled that a whole new generation of Guardians will get to experience this refreshed and reloaded showdown with the Taken King.
So, we've shown you Lightfall. We've shown you the new damage type, Strand. We've shown you some of the deeper changes to the game that we're going to be making throughout the next year. But we have one more thing that we are excited to announce today.
Fortnite.
Destiny is coming to the Epic Game Store.
Fortnite.
Epic has been an absolute fabulous partner to work with. They love Destiny. And we are just huge fans of what they've been doing in the social game space. When we first started working with Epic, we sat down and talked about the impact that their games have had on us. And they had a bunch of the same stories for us.
They shared stories about playing the Vault of Glass and how much they enjoy the social experiences in Destiny. And I got to talk about the summer of Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 5, when my whole family was laser focused, taking turns in the island to unlock Drift.
In addition to launching all of Destiny 2 on the Epic Games Store today, for the next week, if you download the game on Epic, we will give you the 30th anniversary for free. If you haven't earned your Galahorn yet, or you haven't played the Grasp Dungeon, come to the Epic Games Store and you can jump in for free.
We want to welcome all these new Guardians with a celebration, one that stretches a little further than the last city.
Ahí se viene. Se viene, pa. Olvido. Dios. ¡Guau! Se ven genial. O sea, esta noche están disponibles Fall Guys.
A few years ago, we shared our plans for the Light and Darkness saga. This journey, years in the making, is coming to an end. Since we started charting our own course, we've been building this story. Across 5 years of expansions, since the first pyramid ship emerged in Shadowkeep and we first spoke to the darkness. Then, across Beyond Light, the Witch Queen, and coming up in Lightfall in the final shape, we're building towards a climactic collision between the powers of light and dark.
We've also been working on the Destiny engine behind the scenes, preparing our
Dios.
technology and our game to last for many, many years to come. Because Destiny 2 is not going anywhere, and neither
Menudo W,
are
tío.
your expansions. We want this story, since we
Es
first
Oblivion,
began with
además.
the Darkness on the Moon, to be fully playable, start to finish. And we're happy to announce today that we are not planning to sunset any more expansions. We want the Destiny universe to grow, and we're going to continue to do everything that we can behind the scenes to keep that possible within our game engine.
But enough about the distant future. Let's talk about today, the best day all year to jump into Destiny.
Yes, because if you're looking to catch up, right now, all expansions are free to play for this entire week on every platform for everyone.
Right now, Season of Plunder is live, and the Helms get a set of supercharged art gear for anyone looking to catch up on the fun.
Destiny is live on the Epic Game Store. You can download it for free, and you can get the 30th anniversary pack as your welcome gift.
And if you liked what you saw about the future, right now, pre-orders for Lightfall are live on all platforms.
¿Cuánto valen las cosas de Olvido?
The annual pass gets the exotic auto rifle Quicksilver Storm today.
Today is a perfect day to play Destiny.
So we'll see you in game.
When they see this glorious end, they will come for us.
I've read about them. What is the human word? Pirates.
Let them come and see. What they do then, that is who they are.
Showcase. Ya hemos visto lo que queríamos ver. Vamos a Twitter. Y vamos a ver las skins de Destiny. ¿Tiene todos un guardián personalizado? Perdóname un momento, es que hay un chaval que se piensa que es una nueva season. Están muy bien detalladas. El boludito este guapo, el del Exo Stranger, ya ves. Este tío tiene una espada convencional, no sé por qué. Me encantan los comentarios diciendo no Kate, el collab. Tío, tenéis a Kate mujer. Destiny Sweep, cinemática. No me gusta la calva. ¿Y Cora? Tío, las motos y que tienes guardianes, tío. Espalda, me encanta eso. Black Knight, olvido. Y catalizadora. Tío, ¿veis? Mola mazo. Súper detallado además. Ups. Upsi. Mientras estábamos distraídos no había visto esto. Vale, esto es el set de las skins. Está muy bien. A ver, no me voy a comprar no me voy a comprar este tipo la espada porque es nefasta. Pero está guay. iShop Guardians XD. Buah, tío, espérate que hay más cositas. Olvido. Vale, básicamente con las armas de su clase. Buah, tío, espectacular, la verdad. Está muy guay la pantalla de carga. No sé qué pensáis vosotros, chat. Vamos a entrar a las notis. New Investigate Mode. Buah, tío, ganó el gaming. Bueno, chicos, tristemente tengo que cortar directo porque tengo que irme a ayudar a mi padre a comprar cositas. Si no, pues estaría más tiempo. Y nada, muchísimas gracias por pasaros todos. Nos vemos en el más allá. Y pues mañana tenemos vídeo.